Welcome back, guys, to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today is as
Weiss
Schwarz,
Randall.
and today we're going to be bringing you guys Game 2 of our Sword Art Online Anime 10th Anniversary English content block, featuring the Alice build. We are going to switch it up this time and have the Silica topend. So, Randall, why don't you just briefly talk us over kind of like the difference?
Yeah, so this is the Silica topend. This is the deck that I have been personally practicing with in JP, mostly just because this was the first build that was handed to me when I wanted to try out Alice. But I've been liking the Silica topend a lot, compared to the Argo, which is just Musashi and discard 2 burn. This Silica has an on-play Topcheck X effect, where you get to look through the top X cards of your deck, where X is the number of your opponent's characters, and you can grab a card from the top X. This allows you to fill your hand with cards to discard for the cost of her Climax combo. It also allows you to dig for crucial events, such as Demonic Sword Graham, or even the anti-damage Yuna counter, or even just like the Climax if you are missing that. So it has a bit easier time at level 3, at the expense of a little bit less destructive of a finisher compared to Argo. Her Climax combo finisher is on attack if you have 4 or more other anniversary characters. You can discard 2, burn 2, and then your opponent shuffles 2 cards of my choosing into their deck.
And on my end, I'm going to be using a very peculiar Lover's War build, and I believe that this build was probably, or most likely, brewed up in direct response to the level 2 Alice. So it doesn't actually run a level 1 combo. The level 0 Kaguya is a Topcheck 3 add 1 Brainstorm, and the Climax combo is when you play the Climax, if you have another character, you can choose a Shuching and send it to your stock for clean. And then its entire level 1 line is just a bunch of Miyuki level 2 killers and the bounce back K. And the idea is you just use these to recur advantage, brainstorm 2 times almost every turn to get hand size back and keep fighting doors. When you get to level 2, just slam down a couple of Miyukis to like win board, and otherwise use the 1/1 event to help your Miyukis get to that actual power threshold of 14k or higher to actually get over Alice counter range. So that's the idea. Very focused towards beating Alice, and it probably does like averagely against other builds, but we'll see how this goes. This is the deck that people have built specifically to counter Alice, so we'll see if that holds true in this game.
Yeah. That being said, I have played against this particular build a couple times, and I feel like if you don't get off the ground running, you are omega screwed.
I agree.
Yeah, like you need to see these brainstorms ASAP.
Yeah.
So, yeah, potentially problematic there. You might be able to contest my Alice's at the expense of
having no hand.
Having nothing.
Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a good game here. Like we mentioned at the end of our last gameplay video, because our previous gameplay video, Randall did go second, and because of how big the difference is between going first and second, for specifically that Alice deck, we are going to have Randall go first this time. And we'll see how that goes.
Alright, so the notable difference between this deck and the Argo variation that we've already shown is the inclusion of the level 0 Silica, which is a nice consistency booster in order to ensure that we have playables for our early game. One really big, I'm not quite sure what's the word I'm looking for. One big like aspect of the deck that you really want to pay attention to as you play and deck build is that you do need to have enough playables in order to get like 4 stock throughout your first 2 turns. And so being able to use cards like the Lethal level 0 and the Silica level 0 in order to secure those playables back is very important for the early game. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay. So normally I prioritize keeping 2 copies of Alice, but I think in the interest of securing Climax, I am considering discarding one of them. This line of play does rely on me getting a Lethal level 0, so... which I don't already have. We'll go ahead and try for it.
Okay, he discards 2. On my end, I'm going to... So here, keeping this Climax swap doesn't make too much sense to me, because of the fact that I have a Brainstorm that can help me grab Climaxes. I can always get it back later if I need to as well, so I will bitch 3.
Okay. Alright, let's begin.
Yep.
So I'll draw for turn, and we will clock the incorrect Climax. Draw 2. And for opening play, I'm going to start with the Sortiliana level 0. She has 2 effects. First of all, on play, both players have to go down to 4 memory, and then also as an act ability, I can pay 1 and shuffle 2 characters back into my deck, and then send her to waiting room, and then salvage a character.
Yep.
So we'll just go ahead and go in for a swing for 2, and I'm going to stock a level 3 Silica here.
Okay. 1, 2. Cancel.
Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Let's clock level 3 Miyuki, with half a mind of using that as experience fodder. You know what's really annoying? That card's 2/5.
Oh? K no Chica? K no buff?
That's really annoying. Oh. This is so sad.
Just don't kill her.
That is so sad. Alright, let's consider the options. Again, let's try to think over our plays a bit more carefully. We can K and just attack and let it live. We can attack twice, which doesn't seem great. There's not really anything of value in my waiting room, but true. But attacking twice does let me have 2 stock, so I can use those stock next turn. However, attacking twice also does mean that I have a higher chance of having K die if I can't have all 3 lanes to run with K. But I could just crash into their Sortiliana and still have K have 3 lanes to attack with. I think I really want 2 stock.
Okay.
So sacrifices have to be made. We're going to start with the level 0 Kaguya, Topcheck 2 on play, and rearrange them in any order.
I wonder if there's a choice climax in those top 2. That would mean that Mike wouldn't have to attack twice in order to get 2 stock?
Decisions. I think I'm going to attack twice anyways.
Oh, is there a choice?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Did you remember to put the choice second card?
Let's find out right now.
Wait, what?
Front! Yeah, I did. 2. So I am smaller here. But
Cancel.
Again, I want to crash so that my K next turn will have 3 lanes to run, so he'll have to present 2K on all ends. Dart here, choice.
Yep.
And I'm actually going to grab hand.
Sure.
So I'll grab the level 2 Chica. And just use that as clock fodder, perhaps.
Take 2.
And your go.
Draw for turn. Alright. The one card that you do not want in your hand ever is the 2/1 Alice. You want those going into your waiting room so that you could shuffle those back into your deck with cards like the Alice Brainstorm. Draw 2.
And that's why cards like the level 0 Lifa are so good, is because they can just get rid of whatever you don't need, like the 2/1 Alice, into your waiting room.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can shuffle them back with the 1/0.
Okay. We're going to go with a level 0 Alice Ricky. On play, I'll use her effect, putting the top card of my stock into my clock to search my deck, for a level 1 or lower character. The card I'm going to be grabbing is the level 0 newbie gamer Asuna, which will allow me to mill a bit through my deck, which is exactly what I need right now. And in addition, she will also give me a third lane to kill K.
Yep, so my K is guaranteed dead, because Alice herself does get 1,000 during his turn.
Alright. So we'll play the Asuna. On play, if I have another anniversary or progressive trait character, she gets plus 2k, and I will use her on play effect, look it up to 3.
Oh my! Okay.
We don't need those anyway.
Okay. Well, at least we know he won't have 2 in the first deck rotation.
Alright, so by my math, typically in the deck rotation going first, I want to mill around 10 or 11 cards in order to get down to a pretty comfortable area. So that's 3, and then we'll see how much more we can get later on. So the Alice Ricky also has the effect where during my turn she gets plus 1k power, bringing her up to 2/5. So now I'm going to enter attack phase, and your K can do things.
Yeah. Mill just for milling. Go ahead.
All right, we'll front attack for 1.
Okay.
We'll direct attack for 2. And with that, I am going to just get back the Alice level 1.
Yep. Another benefit of running door choice over 8 choice is you can salvage non-triggers. Two's good.
And then we'll direct here for 2.
Cancel.
Okay, and then I am overhand by 1. This is a side effect of Mike not killing my Sortiliana. We'll go ahead and
That's
discard...
like the only card I can't kill, bro. That's like the only 2/5. I'm so sad.
We'll discard another 2/1 Alice. Go ahead.
Perfect. Alright, off for turn. Oh, thank God, that is the card I wanted to see. Whew, okay. Alright, now just give me a Chica Riki, and I'm dropping my cards. Oh God. Alright, being chillin'. Alright, I'm gonna clock this 2/2 Chica that I salvaged for discard fodder.
Yep.
Draw 1. Draw 2. Not quite what I was looking for, but we can go from here. Double check order of operations. Okay, I don't need to play Nagisa. Alright, we're gonna play the level 0 Kaguya. This is our Brainstorm and Climax combo. We use the Brainstorm effect, pay 1. Mill 4 per every Climax we hit, top check 4, add 1. And we hit 1, so top check. Oh, top check 3, add 1.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's think about the line real quick. I don't want to mess up the line.
All right, while you do that, I'm going to count my deck.
Yeah. So the plan is to grab the K, play Nagisa, salvage Chica. Wait, no. Then I would have full board. Okay, so I can salvage Nagisa. Salvage... Oh, whichever line I go with. I can't K... Well, I guess I can. I can just play over the Nagisa. That would be no problem. Okay. Or, I'm just gonna play that. So we'll play the K. Play a Nagisa. Discarding... another copy of Nagisa. Top check, salvage level 3 or lower. Then I'm gonna grab Chica. I'm gonna play Chica, activate the on-play effect since I already have the guaranteed top check, to give 2,000 power to herself. And then activate effect, on play, pay 1. Lock myself, search my deck for level 0 or lower.
I wonder if it'll be a second Brainstorm.
It is a second Brainstorm.
I wonder if Mike's gonna Climax combo get 2 stock right now. And then kill my whole board.
Like, you know what I'm gonna do.
I can't believe you just got red experience.
Alright, I'm actually gonna play over the Nagisa because I want the clean cut to save my Kaguya to the back row. If I have a full board, or actually...
Wait.
It
don't matter.
I didn't say anything.
This absorbs more damage.
This absorbs more damage. Yeah, okay, I didn't say nothing. Okay. Looks good to me. Climax combo. When I play the climax, I can choose 1 choo-choo in per brainstorm. Send them to my stock. Get them out of here. Well, there's no more other level 0s that I want to stock. Let's send a K. K probably won't be super useful.
Okay, so how many cards in hand now?
4!
Okay.
Huge 4 cards.
With
But with
some amount of luck,
but with
brainstorms?
With double brainstorm, we'll hopefully get back to that good hand size.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. This is front 4K for 2.
Cancel?
How?
I'd like to know.
Aren't you 7? Oh, 8 in hand. Unlucky.
Wait, no, I'm... Yes.
Alright, can I get like a trigger for 6? Front 2.
Well, this is more than I could ask for. I'm gonna level the level 0 Asuna for yellow.
This whole pushing damage thing isn't quite working out. Front 2. This whole triggering more souls is not working out. Alright, here we go.
Okay, so by my calculations I did earlier, I need to clock draw 2, mill 4, and then mill 3. So we're gonna count real quick. So I always, this is just what I do when I play. I count 9 from the bottom. I'm gonna put 3 here for my clock draw 2, and then I need 8 more. So I need to find 8 mills somewhere. Go and square up the deck. Draw for turn. I have 8. Alright, we'll clock level 3 Silica. Draw 2. Yep. Just double check real quick. Don't want to mess this up. 4 or 5, 9. Okay. I'm gonna play the Ironclad event. This sends the top 4 cards of my deck to waiting room, and then I count the number of soul triggers. 1. And I salvage a character of that level or lower.
Yep.
The one I will be getting off that is the Sortiliana level 0.
Yep.
And then I'll play a second copy of Ironclad. Milling 4 more. 3.
Wow.
Off of that, I will grab I think I'm going to be needing this game, perhaps, with the amount of stock that you're looking to build with this deck.
Well, hopefully, it'll get to the point where you'll feel compelled to play that, because that means I'll have had a decent game.
Okay, we now have 9 cards in our deck, and now it's time to do things.
Yep.
So I'm going to play my 1/0 Alice. On play, we use her effect, shuffling 2 cards back into our deck. 2 characters. And then choosing one of your characters in the front row and giving it minus 1,000 power.
My board!
I could choose these base 1,000 power things, or I could choose the K, because the K lets you mill 1. How many are you out?
6. I'm out 6.
I'm gonna minus 1,000 the K.
Okay.
I want to give you any chances to cancel. Alright, so...
Yep.
Alright, and now we're gonna start brainstorming. So, brainstorm. We got the first hit. I don't like to play the second one until I have
2
either
copies.
2 in waiting room or 2 Alice's already on board. So we'll go ahead and go with the second brainstorm. There's our second hit.
Perfect.
Alright, now we'll play our second Alice. And we're going to shuffle back the 2/1 Alice and a card that I am okay with like triggering, some garbage. So we'll throw back the Alice Ricky.
Yep. So now there's 2 more Alices in your deck.
Yeah, there are now 2 Alices in my deck, yeah. And then I will minus 1k the K again. Okay. Alright, brainstorm. So a high roll from this position is if I hit Alice within the first brainstorm.
And then you just attack 3 times.
And then I play climax, and then my climax also gets to go back.
Yeah.
A mid roll is if I hit on the second brainstorm. But with 2 Alices in my deck, I'm guaranteed to hit an Alice within 2 brainstorms.
Yep.
And we hit the high roll. So
Nice. Nice.
So we have the full board setup. We can now triple combo. My lord, I have so much hand. Okay. we will play... This is like the Omega high roll, because not only am I playing combo with 4 in deck, which will allow the climax to go back in, but also the other 7 are also already.
Yep.
So this is actually like kind of insane.
Yeah.
So for each climax, for each copy of Alice, climax combo, I get to salvage 1 character. It can be any trait. And I also get to stock an anniversary character from my waiting room.
Yeah.
So we will go with... I will salvage Gilbert Counter, Misumi Counter, and
I mean, you really don't have to.
Duselbert Counter.
All these counters. Oh no.
The gang's all
Yeah,
here.
this is the usual Alice setup.
Yeah,
Protect the Alices.
Yeah, ordinarily, other cards that I would want to look for potentially in my waiting room are the Sortiliana level 0, which I don't need to grab because she's already in my hand. The Argo Brainstorm, which I can't grab because I think she's still in my deck. And early play heal Asanas for
just healing on level 2.
Just for healing.
Yeah.
One's here. I think the other's in my deck. So yeah, so these are going to be my 3. And then ordinarily, I would like to stock these. Given that the current red cards in my clock are not exactly ideal level targets, I'm considering leaving 1 out so that I could potentially use like on play level swap and level swap something in that is more satisfactory.
Maybe it's like a level 0 Alice or something, right?
Well, they're both in.
Oh yeah, unless they're just not available.
Yeah, one's.
Because I know you shuffle 1 back.
One's actually in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I think what we'll do is we'll throw in an Asuna level 0.
Sure.
So these will go to stock in this order.
Yeah.
So
Administrators first.
and then the Asuna. And then I'll salvage counters.
Okay. So that puts you to 6, 7, 9?
9.
Okay. Oh, I got on the 3rd try. Holy. Okay.
Alright. We will front attack here.
Yep.
For 3. There's the Asuna.
Level. Alright, let's level. Alright, so my goal is experience 4 at level 2. Generally speaking, I would like to level a 3 and a 1. Given that I'll probably be clocking this case, I'm going to level the red Miyuki.
Now we'll go in with the direct attack for 4. There's the other Alice.
Guess so.
And then we're going to front here. And watch this be the Argo. For 2.
Like this guy knows what's in his deck. Right.
Alright, so now going into your turn, I have 3 11Ks. And I have 3 counters in hand. For my discards, I'm going to discard the level 0 Alice and a level 0 Asuna.
Okay, draw for turn. Alright. I will need... I might actually need this K and side with the K, so I have a +1 next turn. So I'm going to clock, not my original target, I'm going to clock the level 0 K instead for green. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I think no matter what, I'll have to sacrifice a lane. In which order do I want to do things? Let's see. The counter range is 13-5. Most importantly, I need to get a climax in my hand. I think that's just the #1 priority. The problem is, my first brainstorm is always just going to not be able to get me a climax because I only have one left. If I hit, I only get to check one. If I whiff, last card's a climax.
How many out are at present?
7. I'm out 7.
7, okay.
Yeah, 4 doors, 3 choice. So it'll have to be my second Kaguya brainstorm that really has to put in a lot of work for me. I am pretty sure I need to brainstorm this turn. So before I brainstorm, I'm just double checking to see if I need to have any access to my waiting room right now. So that's what I'm pondering. Okay, I think I do want to access my waiting room before I start brainstorming. So I'm gonna play my level 0 Miko Bonder, discarding the level 1 K to salvage the Student Council election event.
Okay, and then what's her downside? She can't decide? Okay. Can I have a quick look at your waiting room real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So my next line of decision making is, do I want to play the Miyuki and election for another Miyuki before I brainstorm? Or should I brainstorm first and then brainstorm again to try to grab a copy of Miyuki and then have 2 Miyukis and then use the election? But if my goal is just to get 2 Miyukis and a climax, I don't actually need the election to get to over counter range because the Miyuki plus election will be 13-5, which will be good enough. So I think I should probably take this chance to secure another copy of the Miyuki before I refresh. So that's what I'm going to do. Play the level 1 Miyuki. This is a level 2 Slayer, and also on attack, if I have experience 1 or higher, it gets 2-5, and on attack against a level 2, it gets 6k. So it'll be 12-5 by itself. I'm going to next use Student Council Elections, the 1 cost event. Choose 2 of my characters, and they get 1500 power, so I choose these 2. And then I'll salvage another copy of the Miyuki, and this goes to memory. Now I'll brainstorm. Hit 1, top check 1, add the 1, refresh 7.
Yep. Wait,
is that 8?
Yeah,
8. And then this second brainstorm is really going to be the deal breaker. If we can find a door, then we're actually in pretty good shape. But if we can't, if we whiff, then it's going to be pretty rough. So something I definitely should have considered more was last turn top checking 3 and adding decay instead of another door, because I thought that I would need to clean cut one of my brainstorms when in actuality I just completely whiffed it, and like I could have just not used, I could have just not attacked with K and you attacked with something else. So it is what it is. Refresh point. Second brainstorm. And this is the for all the marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whiff.
Okay.
Alright.
What direction will this game take now?
That's rough. Let's think. I think I really have to prioritize killing the Alice's. So I'm going to play the second Miyuki, and I'm also going to use the second event.
Sure.
And I'm going to target these.
Yep.
Salvage. And grab a Kaguya Brainstorm. After this turn, it might just be trying to punch him until he dies. I am definitely running out of resources. I have 4 cards in hand. Alright, so we're going to front here. This is fronting for 14k for 1.
Take the 1. There's my other Alice Ricky. Refresh point.
Yeah. Okay. This fronts for 15-5 for 2.
Cancel.
This fronts for 4-5. Salvage. Salvage a Chica.
Take the 1.
Okay, here we go.
Drop. The funny thing is that once you use 1/1 events to buff your Miyukis to kill my Alices, you actually don't have access to those events anymore. So if I were to bring my Alices back, they would be harder to kill than before.
Right.
I'm gonna go with clocking a level 0 Silica, and I'm going to clock green here, since we do need green for the anti-damage event.
Unless you have Brainstorm.
Unless I have the Argo Brainstorm, but like Argo Brainstorm's over here, so. Okay.
So he's chilling.
How many are you out?
None in waiting room.
0, right, because there's one there. Okay, so I think that if I were to try to get my Alices back, Mike is in a pretty good position to try to use Miyuki level 3 to just kill them, and I can't do anything about it. So I think that that's probably not the plan, and I just chill on my one Alice that I have here. And if I want to get Alices back, I will probably do it later. What we will do first is I will play the level 1 Asuna, or level 0 Asuna.
Yep.
So I will use her on play effect. Look at 1, look at 2, look at 3. So we did not find any events. And she gains 2k on play, bringing her up to 5k so she can contest that. And then... I'm going to play a level 0 Silica, use her on play effect. I'm going to discard the memory kick backup to salvage a level 1 or lower. I'm just going to use it to grab another Silica.
Yeah, and the salvage level X or lower is equal to the number of 3/2 Silicas in your waiting room, right?
Which I have 1, yeah.
Okay.
So this is just going to be basically like cycling a basically unplayable card out of my hand for another playable.
Yeah.
And now we'll go to attacks.
Yeah,
So
sounds good.
I will start with a front attack with my Alice for 1.
1's good. Level. Might as well get experience. For the clock shoot. Okay.
We'll front attack here at 5k for 1 and door.
At this point, I'm praying he triggers as much as possible.
I'm gonna get Alice, or not Alice, Asuna.
Asuna, yeah. So that I have a higher chance of just smashing him in the face. 1's good.
Yeah, getting the Asuna here because since I've triggered this on the second attack, I will be able to just easily use this Asuna to get that climax out next turn.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll direct attack here for 2.
2's good. Into waiting room, stand, and
I'm overhand by 1.
Yeah.
So I will discard. I will discard the stock swap.
Okay, draw for turn. Okay.
Pack go.
I am still out 0. I believe in my brainstorms. I believe in not brainstorming first.
Not brainstorming first?
I believe in playing early play Miyuki first.
Oh, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, 2 or less, -1 level. Oh, no clock, 2 or less, -1 level. We're gonna have that deal with the Alice. And then we're gonna try to hit some brainstorms. Okay. Alright, hit 2. Top check. Alright. Before we go fast and furious, let's just assess the situation. Situation access, I'll stop at 1. Second hit.
Assess.
That's probably fine.
Okay. Second brainstorm.
Second brainstorm.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hit 1. Now I have
4 out.
4 out. Top check. Accessing situation. We'll stop there. Play another Kaguya. And a level 1k.
Yeah.
And 1k1.
Yep.
Okay, so every Kaguya procs, I will get to stock 3. See, it's like I'm playing Alice, except I don't get to add one to my hand. Alright, so I'm gonna toss in some trash.
Also, you had to play these from your hand.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so now you're out 4, 5? Right?
5.
Okay.
5 cards in hand.
Okay.
Okay, let's start here. We don't want him to Gilbert counter us and lose an entire attack.
Why not?
So. Front. Salvage.
Now I want you to trigger as many climaxes as possible, so I can slam you.
Alright, let's think about what we're using. Let's see. I'm considering either of the Miko level zeros because they're pretty good utility. Depending on how much damage she takes, I don't know if I should salvage a level 1 Miyuki or not, but... You know what? This is probably fine. This is just an attacker. I'm going to use my brainstorm to try to get everything else.
Okay.
Okay, so I salvaged the level 1. This is for 3.
1, 2, cancel.
So I do have the option, since I have experience 4, I can pay 2, discard 1 on reverse to clock shoot the Alice. Also pays out the climax. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. On reverse, pay 2, discard 1, clock shoot.
So now you have
5 hand again? 5 hand again.
5 hand again? Okay.
Ready. Front attack with the level 1K for 3.
Take 3.
And here I will side.
Two,
I have to side because you're bigger. Yeah.
I'm 2-5.
Yeah. Forgot about the global side. Choice. Choice. I'm going to choice stock.
Sure.
The 2/2 Chica.
I take 2.
Okay, here we go.
Stand and draw. I have 6 deck. I'm going to start by playing a level 1 Alice, shuffling back 2 level 2 Alices, and then minus 1k that.
Okay. 500 power, so I am Centurion.
Okay. Yep. And then I will I'm going to wait, did I? Yeah, I'm going to pay 1 and send the Silica to waiting room to get my 3/2 back. I'm going to use an Alice Brainstorm.
Okay.
Okay, so this didn't hit a 2/1, but my deck had like a ton of climaxes, and this
Worked out.
got a bunch of them out of the way. I'm going to brainstorm one more time. And then we hit, and then I believe that's also the last climax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all 8.
Okay.
And then to finish off the board,
Can I check what we do?
sure. To finish off the board, I'm going to play level 3 Asuna.
Yep.
And then I will discard.
Okie dokie.
I will discard the Duzelbert counter to heal to stock.
Gesundheit.
Okay.
Looks good.
Now let's swap the board around a bit. You have 5 in waiting room? 6 in waiting room?
6 in waiting room.
6 in waiting room with 4 deck. I think I want 2/2. Alright, I'll go to attacks.
Okay.
We'll front here for 2.
1, 2, 2's good.
If I attack here first, it actually gives you a chance to pay the climax. So I'm going to attack here. Despite this being a guaranteed cancel, I think. So for 3.
That's all.
Okay.
Okay, 6 back.
Yep. And I'm all 8 back.
Okay.
I'm just going to double check real quick. Okay.
There you go. Refresh point.
Refresh point here.
I refresh the climax.
And then I'm going to front smaller for 1, 2.
I'm not going to use effect here on the
Oh,
K.
yeah, sure.
Well, I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
Level. Alright. Time for yellow.
Would you like to clock?
I will decline.
Okay.
Okay.
Over to you.
Sounds good. Stand and draw. Let's think. Let's think. How practical would it be to go for final turn here? If I'm going for final turn, I would definitely clock, but if I'm not, I definitely don't want to clock. Problem is, I don't know if I have a way to secure my climax or not, and he's also compressed 8, and he refreshed with like a bajillion cards out.
Yeah, this is what? 9.
You have full hand, right?
13.
Or 6 hand?
I have 6 hand.
6 hand? 6,
13,
10...
21, 27, 28, so there's 8 and 22.
Yeah, that's terrible odds. There's like almost no chance I can kill him this turn. On the flip side, one of the other problems with... Because like my other consideration is just to brainstorm Kaguya and just try to find like a climax to play a door with. However, that does get me closer to refresh, and refresh is a guaranteed point of damage. If he goes to final turn with 3 Silicas and I'm effectively 3-1, that's incredibly rough. However, I'm also just out 3 already. I have 2 here, 1 there. So would I be able to refresh this turn and heal twice? No, that's not happening. I'd have to like hit 4. That's just, yeah, that's not working out. So it seems like either way, I'm either going to try to survive with max 5 this deck rotation, or I'm going to be 3-1 when he goes into his final turn. None of those scenarios are great, but at least one of those scenarios gives me more play than just playing a healer and attacking 3 times and hoping I don't trigger. So I'm going to go for the play that gives me more potential, which is the brainstorm. Oh, thank God I brainstormed.
Serious?
If I attacked 3 times, I would have just insta-died.
Insta-died.
Insta-died. Alright, Topcheck 3, add 1 twice.
So now you're at 5.
Now I'm out 5. Alright, I don't think these other cards do anything, so I'm gonna grab this and pitch these. Second. Alright, I have to take a thinker now. I'm out 5. Alright, I'm gonna grab this and discard these. And I think we have to brainstorm again. 3, 4 with. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna play the level 0 Kaguya Climax Swapper to top check the top 2 cards on my deck and see what those are. How many reach am I out? I'm out 3 and 2. I can't get away with not brainstorming again. I have to brainstorm, I think. Yeah. So...
Is it just like, it's like too risky if you trigger climaxes?
Oh, I know there's a climax there because I checked, so...
Oh, okay.
It's like if it was too clean...
Maybe?
But it's not, so... So now, my next decision is... Do I climax swap? If I climax swap and I need to brainstorm, I won't have stock to play healer anymore, and that does not sound good.
I'm assuming you would be climax swapping from choice to door?
Yeah, that's the consideration here.
I mean, it depends on whether or not you're playing a climax this turn in the first place, right? Because, like, if you are going to play a climax, there's no reason not to climax swap, right? Because then you pay 1 stock to get 2 stock.
Well, no, the reason would be because I need to brainstorm, and I also want to play a healer.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't loan a stock. Like,
okay. Yeah.
I can't have the stock be I'll pay it forward.
Yeah.
I value the healing more.
Have you ever considered just having more stock?
I'm trying, bro. This literally is trying. Yeah, maybe the consideration was there too.
I don't know about the clock shoot.
It was also paying out the climax, and I thought that I would refresh that deck rotation so I could pay the climax out. If I didn't pay the 2, then I would have refreshed with 6. Or 5, right? Because I refreshed 6, I would have refreshed with 5 instead. Because I had one here, and I canceled last card. But then if I didn't pay it out, I would have another one here.
Yeah.
So that was like my thought process. Alright, I'm not going to climax swap, I'm just going to brainstorm. Hit 1. Can
I check where while you do that?
Yeah.
Alright, what do we got here? How many cards in hand?
I'll have 7 after I add this.
Okay.
Oh, what if I just go for the high roll? I don't... Man. Is it really okay to refresh with only 6 in exchange for playing a door and getting more resources? I feel like the odds of me dying next turn are very, very, very high if I refresh 6. If I don't refresh 6, I'll have a healer, and I can play another healer next turn. I'll go for double Chica line. I can't. That's too risky. Refresh 7.
So it'll be just 1 Chica and then
1 Chica and then
Chica. Well, I mean, like, you'll have enough stock for second Chica.
Yeah, turn. Like the following turn. So, like right now, I'm just trying to not die. Yeah. Okay. Refresh point, and then play Chica. Heal. Swap some positions around. This is 9/5.
These are both 10.
Yeah. Alright, play a level 0 Chica on play Topcheck.
Okay.
I'm dying. Oh, it is what it is.
Yep.
Dark for 2. Salvage.
Cancel on 1.
And front smaller for 2.
1. Cancel.
And crash for 1.
Cancel. So I am actually going to bounce this back to my hand. No, no.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually going to bounce this back to my hand. This gives me more hand size to use for my finishers, and also means that because your character stays on board, my Silica gets to look at more cards. So this is actually like.
If you guys haven't checked out our shirt about on-cancel bounce back, be sure to do so. Link in the description below. Very fair and balanced effect.
Oh, okay. All right. I drew red, so all right. We'll go ahead and level that. Draw 2.
There you go. That decision several turns ago to leave her out.
Yeah. All right. I'll play my first Silica. On play, I get to Topcheck 4 because Mike has 4 characters.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll add this. Drop these. Play another one. Pay 2. Look at 1. Look at 2. Look at 3. Look at 4. Add this. Drop these.
Okay.
Play over. I have the option to use her on-play effect with 1 Silica in waiting room. I don't think there's anything relevant here I need to grab, so I will not use the on-play effect. I'll use the pay 1 sack to grab the Silica, which I will then play. Pay 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we finally found it. Send these to waiting room. Huh. Okay.
6 hand? 7 hand?
9 hand.
9 hand. All right, they all cantrip, of course.
Yeah, and then my healer also went back to my hand. And I clocked. All right. Climax phase.
Yep.
Play 1K1.
All right, just need to not die.
Yep. All right, we will go with a front attack. Discard 2 cards. 1. Don't need Mr. Gilbert anymore. Burn 2.
Burn 2.
And then I get to shuffle 2 cards back into your deck. Let's just shuffle the K-Runners back. Sure.
Alright, so I technically do have enough cards, or enough climaxes to survive. But it's going to take a lot of good RNG here.
Yep. Alright, and this is going to be for 3 and door. I will get back... Argo? I'll get Argo.
Sure. 2, 3. Cancel on 3.
Good start. Let's go with a direct attack next. I'm going to discard Sortiliana and Asuna.
Okay. 1, 2. 2's good.
Alright, what do we have in here now? Let's go K Brainstorm.
Sure. Okay, and Brainstorm.
I do not want to give you back 3/2 Miyukis if I can help it.
Okay. 5 climaxes left in my deck. See if we can't cancel this 4. 3, 4. Cancel on 4.
Alright.
Okay.
Just 2 more to go.
2 more to go.
The front attack, I will discard Lifa and Argo. Burn 2.
Nope.
Okay, and then my last trigger would be that.
And
I
then
have
you
a
shuffle 2 back.
I have this here. I had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. because I have one in hand, and then I have money counter.
Yeah, I was like looking for that, and I was like, yeah, it's not there, so you have to have it in hand.
Okay, so I would definitely say that was a everything went right for me game. Obviously, we rigged it this time so that I went first, but.
I mean, like your odds of going first is 50%, right?
Yeah.
So like you can't count on going first when that's just like pure chance.
Yeah.
Or, like you can't count on the Alice player not going first when it's just like it has to be random, right?
Yeah. But I mean, like just as an exhibit of like when everything goes right.
All right. So let's reflect on the game a bit. So I think I had 2 major errors that game. The first that I can think of, well, I might have more errors, but the ones that I can think of. The first one was when I was turn 2 brainstorm with Kaguya, and at Topcheck 3 I added the K runner instead of another door, because I thought I would need to clean cut one of my brainstorms when I just miscalculated and I could just have 2 brainstorms in the back and 3 attackers. So that was my first error, and my second error was not killing the level 0 Silica, and just leaving it so you could salvage a 3/2 Silica, so that just made it easier for you to tri-lane.
Oh, the one when you side attacked it here.
Right, I should have just attacked the K.
Yeah.
I forget what was in the middle, but like it wasn't important, I think.
It was an Asuna level 0.
Yeah, that was not important. I should have just attacked the level 1K. I should have attacked the level 0 Silica, not let you have that startup. Especially since I knew like your Argo brainstorm was like MIA, so you would at least make you work for getting triple Silica.
I mean, like I had the Sword Tiliana in my hand, so like it wouldn't have been.
But like it was objectively a mistake. Just looking at the board anyway. So
yeah.
And then I don't know. It seemed pretty rough. Ideally I could get like 2 Miyukis out and then not have to use my 1/1 event to get another Miyuki, but just having them in hand. But that's just the nature of the deck. Maybe if even I needed to like Chica for the Miyuki instead of another brainstorm, but not having 2 brainstorms feels like that's just inting. So
the thing that always occurred to me is that like without these, you just have no, and like maybe this, you have like very little access to waiting room during main phase. It seems.
Yeah. It seems like it's honestly not too bad. I was kind of just hurting for like hand size the whole game again because like I think a big part of it came down to I couldn't clean cut.
On turn 1.
On turn 1.
Yeah.
Because like I think one of the best ways to like get really proactive with this deck is to be able to just start attacking aggressively and having enough resources to back it up. But having the 2/5 body on the board means that my K. Like I had to do like a really suboptimal play, and then you try field and kill my K next turn.
Yeah, that was just like randomly the most OP card to play turn 1. So
dude, beaters are like straight +1s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a bunch of these like small things, but I think they really, really do add up in the grand scope of things. And then like in the end, I was really starving on resources because I had to like do a bunch of things like brainstorm and stuff. And then like. I couldn't slam door every turn, so like there was one turn I missed door, and then that really hurt my stock in terms of like being able to Miyuki, use the effect, and also brainstorm, and also play a bunch of Chicas, and everything I needed to do, I just didn't have quite enough stock at the end. But I think like deck probably still has good play. I think the natural power lines line up pretty well with like the 12/5s and then plus the 1 event.
Yeah, at least okay. Yeah, with the event, yes. With the climax. Once the 3K counter actually comes out, because normally, where's Doozle guy? Normally this would be the 3K Mito counter, which is going to be, I believe, May shop promo.
Yeah. I think it's probably reasonable to expect like that you have 1 in hand. It's a bit harder to get 2 Miyukis. Well, I don't know. But either way, you want this in your hand. And that like for sure deals with Alice's. And then once you get to level 2, you can just play Miyuki. So if that game playing goes well and you have a door every turn, you can get a bunch of resources in terms of stock to play all this stuff, then you probably are in a decent position. But again, like, it's on you. Like, Alice is always going to have their Alice turn, so it's on you to be able to provide the constant answers to their boards. And like we saw that game, like I could not, and things got really out of hand. The late game, I could not go for my killing turn, even when I had the resources to do so, because there was no way he was going to die. Like he was just way too compressed. Like 8 and 22 is not something that double Chica can kill from. So, yeah. Any thoughts on your end?
I do think that one thing to highlight is the importance of specifically the Sword Siliana and the Argo Brainstorm, especially walking into a metagame where you think that players are going to be deck building to specifically fight you with things like the Miyuki. As we saw in that game, after your first wave of Miyukis, the second wave is significantly weaker because you lose access to the 1/1 events as they go to memory, and like it's just harder to
get these back too.
It's hard to get them back, yeah. And so you do want to be looking out for these two cards specifically, because they can't answer like the entire board usually, unless they like super high roll. And so it's good to know how to pivot based on the situation of the game. Obviously, like against unprepared opponents, you will just sit on triple Alice and then you will just like roll them into the ground. But against players that like are aware, like you can go for lines where like Argo gets one brainstorm, you move this up, play this back, or you Sword Siliana for a 2/1, keep 2 copies of the 1/1 in your back row, things like that. So it's good to know when to grab counters and when to grab pivot options.
Basically know your matchups. Know how your opponent's deck operates. Kind of like how Randall understood that, like, once I get these down one time, it's hard for me to get them back again. So if you prepare for like the follow-up, then that can yield you more wins than you think.
Yeah, I would have loved to grab this card in that first combo turn, but like all of the cards that I was saying that I would want to grab were just like everywhere but in my waiting room. So it's like, okay. But yeah, definitely.
I think this game definitely shows just the power, right?
Yeah.
The power of the Alice combo. You ended your first deck rotation with hyper giga
high roll
compression. 3 11Ks backed up by 3 different counters. It's the best deck in the game for a reason. There's no two ways about it. If you guys are playing the game competitively, going to regionals, you have to prepare for Alice. You can't not prepare for Alice. It's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, but also from the Alice perspective, don't just brain dead once you've gotten 3 Alices, because the game is definitely not over. As we've seen in both this game and the previous game, there are decks that have answers to Alice, and you need to know how to play out of those situations.
Yeah, it's like, and then like if you, I think one pretty common possibility that people might face if they play Alice and don't think too hard about their lines and just like slam choice, like I'm winning, I have so many resources, I have like 12 stock, and your opponent like stock swaps you and you just lose in one turn. Like things like that. Just like make sure you minimize the chance of you losing from a good position. Don't give them the out, because it's on you. You can prevent them from having the out.
You are literally going to be the thing that makes you lose, probably.
Yeah. Once you get in a good position, they can't deal with the Alice. You have like 2 choice turns. It's literally on you to lose the game, right? For the most part.
Yeah, unless you just eat it. If you eat it, sometimes you just eat it.
But the odds are in your favor.
Yeah, I do think that the one thing that is pretty what's the word? Like, it's a good way of showing the skill of an Alice player is how they utilize their 1/0 Alices, whether it's to pay stock or to mill deck. Because if you need it, this card is literally just pay 1 mill 3.
You can just mill your deck as much as you want. Like, you have enough stock for it. So
yeah. So it's definitely also, I think one other thing that really sets apart like good and bad Alice players is utilizing additional copies of the Alice, because one thing that I've seen some other players do is that with their Alices they will stock this, and I try to avoid that if possible, because future copies of the Alice are still good if you want like shuffle back, if you want to beat specific cards on the opponent's board, if you want to like shuffle climaxes in, or not climaxes, if you want to shuffle like triggers into your deck or things like that.
The -1K is really relevant. It's very, very, very relevant. The -1K is better than +1K to one of your guys, because they can kill one of your opponent's guys.
Yeah, it's just like this card already does everything for this, and then also just like randomly minuses front row. Like, okay, bro. Yeah. But yeah, there's so much more to this deck than I think people look at on the surface level.
Yeah, like obviously the printed power is very apparent. But piloting it to its max potential, I think, like you said, people probably do take it for granted a bit. So,
yeah, but that about wraps it up.
Yeah, this has been Game 2 of our Sword Art Online English Animation 10th Anniversary content block. coming up, there are more decks in Sword Art than just Alice, so we are going to be showing you guys some of the other cool Climax combos in this set. Don't miss it. It'll be coming right up later this week.
This week? Wait.
This week? Wait. So this is on this will.
No, this is gonna be. This is today's Friday, so the next one's gonna be Sunday.
All right. See you guys on Sunday, okay? This is Mike and Randall on the Tressa's Collectibles channels, and we'll see you guys
on Sunday.
On Sunday.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.